Peacemaker, I knew nothing about.
I have to watch this now.
Oh, you haven't seen Peacemaker?
I have not.
But
again, I chose not to watch it because I'm like,
Peacemaker might be my favorite James Gunn thing.
Really?
The Solo series is so underrated. I can't wait for season 2. Peacemaker has a better story than everybody that he's done in my mind. Like Peacemaker.
What is a Peacemaker? I'm just
who is? You know it's John Cena, right?
Yeah, I know it's John Cena, but
Well,
but why and who? What?
His dad is the leader of the KKK. Peacemaker does not perceive himself as racist. He thinks he's not his father. He's going out of his way to fulfill the American dream for everybody, but he has so much interracial stuff that was engraved in him that he's trying to figure out. He doesn't see it, and everyone else sees it, and he doesn't want to be that way. So his battle is internally with trying to actually be the American super. He really wants to be Captain America, and in his mind he is. Wow. Not knowing Captain America, but that's how he perceives himself, but the rest of the world shows him his flaws.
Wow.
Hello and good morning. It's 40:27 in the morning. And I got one whole person here. Welcome to that magical one. I'm sure that one's probably me. So I'm going to say good morning to myself. Oh, wait, there's way more than. Oh, hi, good morning. Hi, 6. So this is not my normal time slot, not unless you guys want it to be. Peacemaker, if you guys are not familiar, is coming out in a couple of days. I've had a very busy week. A lot of you guys know I work in retail. Plus, there's a lot going on with my family. And you guys know families first. Yay. So I took a long nap to the point where I'm actually up almost at my real time and say, okay, let's do Peacemakers part 1 and 2 right now. And then we could do probably 3 and 4 later on, much later on today. Like, maybe 11, 12, midnight. But wait a minute. Wow, there are people here. Hi. I guess you're just passing through. But if anybody wants to talk, thank you. It's like, wait a minute. I never had this many people here. So let's get into this presentation. I don't want to, even though I'm pretty much up for the rest of the day, I have a lot of stuff to do. So let's get into it. This intro comes from, let me just blow this up and show it some love. Impound Comics on TikTok. I left their information in the description bar. I really like their content. And this is a much longer clip. This, not much longer. So I gave you the first minute of it. It's a 3-minute clip if you wanted to get a little bit more familiar with Peacemaker. I had no idea what Peacemaker was until I saw Superman 2025, the one that just came out, or Legacy. And of course, everyone's laughing. Made me go, why is everybody laughing? When John Cena is on the screen, comes to find out he's Peacemaker. So let me give you a little bit of 411 on, very little 411 of this series. So Peacemakers premiered on January 13th, 2022 on HBO Max. It is a spinoff of the Suicide Squad that came out in 2021. I personally did not see that. Following Chris Smith, aka Peacemaker, played by John Cena, a violent anti-hero who believes in achieving peace at any cost, even if that means killing. So I wonder how it's going to work in the world of Superman. It's going to be an interesting dynamic. Congratulations to Warner Brothers. It is now the first film studio to have 6 consecutive movies opening at 40 million. Now, we have spoken about several times about what is the new normal when it comes to box office numbers. People's viewing patterns are changing, and I rightfully so. Someone's TikTok stuff came up how they were watching Superman, and they had these freaking lights that was matching like the scene. I need these lights in my life. I don't have like a super, I have a very outdated setup, but it's still a good setup. I believe I have a 50-inch TV, and I have some Apple certificates, so I might get some, I forgot the name of these things, but I wanted to get like an extra one or two so I can have surround sound. And I'm always going to be a movie head, though. There's certain things, in my opinion, that you could really appreciate in a movie theater. Like for example, IMAX. And in New York, we have something from AMC called A-List. You could pay one flat fee of like maybe $29 and see 4 movies a week, up to 16 movies per month. And so if you want to still have that movie theater experience on a big screen on a budget, you could go that route. Or what I've been doing, I did the $15 per year AMC on Tuesday, and now Wednesday I get movies at half off, because I'm not really like, I really don't go to the movies like that, even though this summer, this is the most I've been in the theater in over 20 years. They had a good lineup. We had Superman, we had Fantastic Four. I even like Freakier Friday. I love Naked Gun, F1. There's things there were more things I wanted to see, but I should have got the A-List. But, it was a good summer, probably one of the best stay-at-home summers I've had in a long time, thanks to the movie theaters. So, if you're not familiar, though, Sinner is now on HBO. Yeah, right. They're winning. Hey, what's up? They're winning this year. They're winning. Sinners now is now on HBO Max, just in case you guys want to stream it. I'm thinking about streaming Sinners this Saturday. I might have you guys vote. What do you want to see for your Saturday movie? Do you want it to be Sinners, or do you want to pay to do Superman? I was like, I'll let you decide, because I know everybody's money's tight, or you might want to wait for it to come on HBO Max. Your call. Let me know. So some people are shocked, myself included, that the James Gunn Superman is now available on digital. I think it's going for about $30. And you can rent it for $25. For that price, just buy it for $5 more. But he explains that he wanted everyone to be able to see Superman. I wanted everyone to be able to see Superman, that wanted to, even those people who couldn't get to a theater before. Peacemaker, and pretty much I'm butchering up this whole thing right now, and that's really the reason for it. So basically, Peacemaker is the reason why it came out earlier. There was a rumor saying that Peacemaker season 2 was supposed to come out a little bit later in September. I kind of wish it did. I'm supposed to be going on vacation soon, but I might actually delay my vacation, because I need my vacation, even with the social media, to be as calm as possible. And right now, it's not calm. It's the opposite. It's complete chaos. I'm also a Michael Jackson fan. And for those who are not familiar, Michael Jackson Day, which is a real thing, is August 29th. And I got things to do to cover for that. On top of covering for this channel. And I haven't been on my vegan channel for a while. I need to come back soon, because I'm supposed to have the Change Your Life in a Year update September 13th. And I'm finding that, no, there's a lot going on. Like, we just need a real vacation. So I might do a mini vacation. And then once everything settles down, maybe after the season finale of Peacemaker, take some proper time off. And then, but these are not real problems, but I just need I need to rest, and I'm not quite getting there. Very busy year, definitely, with all the stuff that's been coming out, Andor, Fantastic Four, Superman, now Peacemaker. We have a lot going on, and I know some of you guys are watching. Oh my gosh, I think Wednesday. So it's a lot going on. Yeah, heck yeah. I think James understands the new moviegoer, and the ones like me that are willing to see it in theaters. I actually usually go on a fan event. If you're a comic book movie, somewhere in New York City, I'm at a fan event. If it's not a fan event, then I'll see it the next discount time, which is usually Tuesday or Wednesday. But I'm usually seeing it in the first 7 days of a release. It's not, there were a few exceptions. I did see F1 way later than I thought, but it wasn't on my list. But everybody's like, "Oh, go see it." But everything else I saw in real time within a week. I saw Naked Gun in a week. Within a week, Freaky or Friday, everything. I don't play around. I don't want the internet messing up the movie for me. So I thought I would bring this up. I brought it up last live, but I want to bring it up again. Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max has a beautiful bundle. Now, I usually would go for the ad tier because money is super, super tight. But you guys have voiced your opinion. You're like, no, we don't want to see your ads, Gadget Trish. It's too much to sync. So I will probably getting the bundle that's $30 a month. It will be a good savings. So and not for nothing, I'm quite impressed. I'm quite impressed with the HBO lineup. I mean, I love Disney Plus too. I right now my Disney Plus Hulu package is only $3 for the next 3 months. I'm not upgrading anything until that deal's over. But once my Disney contract is over, I'll probably do this bundle, and it should be good to go, because I have attracted an awesome DC group of people, and it makes sense to have both DC and now Marvel stuff play on this channel, whether we're watching some commentary on something or doing watch parties. I don't know if watch parties will be a thing next year. Maybe next year we'll do it under a paid tier. This is supposed to be a gadget channel. But I end up doing watch parties because I don't have a lot of new gadgets. But I still think I'll be able to. I think I know where I want this channel to go without having the latest and greatest. But we'll get there in January. You guys will let me know. Do you want it to be under a paid tier, or do you want it to be free all the time? It's up to you. So honestly, I am going to do part 1 for Peacemaker, episodes 1 and 2 today. Then much later on, maybe around 10, 11-ish, maybe even midnight, we'll do 3 and 4. And then Tuesday at a much earlier time, we'll do episodes 5 and 6. And then Wednesday we'll do the conclusion. And then of course on the season premiere, I will hope to be here around 8:30, 8:45 for the season premiere, season 2. So yeah, I mean, the only reason why I didn't do this, like, I didn't want to do 4 episodes in one shot. And if anybody knows me, after around the second hour, I fall asleep. So I didn't want to fall asleep. So I figured if I do two episodes now, close to 2 hours, come back later, take a power nap, come back later and do the next 2. Because a lot of people sing Peacemaker. I just didn't see it. So it's just like, hey, if you want to hear my commentary or see if I fall asleep, this is your shot. I apologize for not being able to come earlier, but like I said, there's a lot of things going on with my family, and I just have to work around that. But hey, thanks for understanding. So here's a fun find. Only one thing, and there probably won't be too many fun finds because I'm not familiar with Peacemaker, but does tie up into DC. So anything that I find DC related, or even Fantastic Four. I know people are still looking for buckets, or Freakier Friday. I'll put this here. But I did go to the movie theater the other day. I put timestamps now so you guys know, hey, when did you see this bucket? Let me see. Yeah, just binge episodes can make you miss details. Yeah, I don't mind doing a binge episode. Like, for example, when this watch party is over, I'm going to watch episodes 1 and 2. I'm probably not going back to bed, but I still need to like do some content creation this morning. So I said, okay, as I'm cleaning up the living room, for example, it looks like a hot mess that I need to shoot in. Let me watch seasons one episodes 1 and 2, because you're right, you do miss details, and you miss even more details when you do a watch party. And then we'll come back for 3 and 4, because I really heard this is a really good series, like better than The Boys, and I really like The Boys because it's so edgy and so unpredictable. But so this popcorn bucket, which if you want, I could look up the price on eBay, but this is very hard to find. And actually, you know what? I will go on eBay real quick to see what the reselling value. I know when the movie first came out, this was retailing for about $80 to $100. It might have dropped, it might have rise. But if you live in New York and you're in the area, just go to that theater. Let me tell you the location of this theater. You're going to 84th Street and I believe it's Broadway, and just pick it up at the real retail. The real retail for this is $35. But let me see. AMC Super Man popcorn bucket. Yeah, it's still going for pretty much double the price. So when I first came up, average price is $65. Let's see who the cheapest reseller is, just in case you can't go to this. The cheapest reseller is $46 plus $10 for shipping, but everyone's averaging about $60. Which honestly it's worth 60. I don't mind people reselling popcorn buckets, but some of the buckets are so expensive I can't afford to do the resale. For example, I do want the Herb AMC one. I'm not paying double. That's ridiculous. It was already expensive. Not doing that. But this, I would suggest. I even have the Alamo Superman that I did pay double for, but it was worth it because Alamo doesn't take Apple Pay. Then it's not close to my house. By the time we factor what it would take to get the freaking bucket, I'll just pay you the extra money. And let me just take this out the frame. I think people were putting their comic books in here. So let me just actually frame. I don't have a lot of comic books, so I can afford to frame it. But I might be getting some comics from my brother. Hopefully I'll see him soon. And I might need some storage. So out of all the popcorn buckets, I must admit, this is not the most practical for popcorn. But a lot of people were saying they were putting their comic books in here. So let me see. I don't know if I would suggest. Oh, actually, it does fit. Oh, shoot. Here's Supergirl. Oh, okay. So yeah, you could use it to hold your comic books. I think that's really cool. Maybe I will buy extra one of these. I'm not sure yet. We're still working about space, how we're gonna do this space. It's really, really weird. I don't want to overconsume anymore because we're at the max of collecting here. So now moving forward, we gotta slow things down. I do have, if I could get the Herbie one from Fantastic Four, I want to get it. And then somebody put it on what's those vacuum cleaners that self-clean? I want to get one of those, and they put their Herbie on that, and I'm like, that's freaking cool. Plus, I have a droid section, so that could just go in our droid section. There's a place for Herbie. And then I am looking for Freakier Friday, not for myself, for a friend. And I'm still looking for my friend's Galactus bucket. Like, I don't know why I'm obsessed in getting this for him, but whatever. Yeah, I haven't seen it since it came out. So almost every single time. I don't care if I saw it yesterday. I will rewatch a whole entire series. Like, for example, Stranger Things is coming out this year. I don't know if we're doing a watch party for it, but I'm definitely going to watch Stranger Things from beginning to end. Or if I do Stranger Things, maybe that could be my first paid tier one. I don't know. But I know I need memberships because I cannot afford the overhead of all the stuff, the StreamYard. I pay for a website, Canva. I live and die by Canva. That's how all my graphics are made for this channel. And so Yeah, I just need more support. I did try to get another job, but it's not even easy finding jobs right now. And I need something very specific because I already have a freelance job, but I would like to do more freelance work in the accounts that I'm already in so I don't have to like travel too much. But it's tough. It's just tough out here. A lot of us are struggling, so it's nothing unique in my situation. It's just we got to figure a way how to just get past everything. You're an OG on YouTube. You've been uploading for 15 years. That's awesome. Oh, what's up? Oh, that was good. Yeah. So it's crazy though. And here's I try not to have a lesson, but I can't help it. My lesson for today, I want to share with all of you guys. When I got out of college back in 2010, YouTubers were like the bottom of the barrel in terms of entertainment. And public access television was a way of showing entrepreneurship and you're going places, this, that, and the third. And so I had people around me that kept saying, I don't know why you're doing this YouTube thing. You're not it's like you can't make money off of it, this, that, and third. But back then I was a lot more popular. It was awesome. But I never made any money. And for some stupid reason, I let people's negativity get to my freaking soul. And then, when I kind of like left it, then people were like, where the hell are you? So, we were talking the last live about how I had this friend named MJ Fangirl that was helping me, you know, strategize the channels. Some of them we had to separate because this channel has Juices, the Jacksons, comic stuff. It was just all over the place. We strategized how to make it work, how to get it more niche. And thank God, as the channels got separated, they all started to grow much, much better. And so it's like starting from scratch right now. But things are slowly turning around. And I hope to make this a career. I love it. I'm blessed. I have 4 different channels and they all have different focuses. Um, and I love them all. They're all my babies. I know you should never do so much at once, but I figure I think Casey Naxek said, keep a job you really don't like so that you'll make ways to do what you really love. So I'm here with you guys almost 5 in the morning. And I say, you know what? Yeah, I am tired after work, but I can take a really good nap or go to sleep. And then the minute I wake up, let's just I'm more of a morning person anyway. But that's the only, I'm still finding a way. Now, my next goal is to be able to do my job effectively, YouTube, and get back into the gym. Even though I lost about 25 pounds, I still got 40 more to go. And, you got to make yourself a priority. You also, if you believe in God, you got to make time for God. You got to make time for your family. So it's hard balancing all this stuff out, but I'm finding a way. Because if you have a job that's no longer serving you except for a check, then you got to do something to feed your soul, whether it's start your own business, do your YouTube. So, I'm taking it serious. And of course, now that I'm 15 years older, I even have more naysayers. Oh, you're getting old. Who cares? Who cares? Some people had started their careers 40, 50, 67 years old, and they were successful. I think your maturity level is better for YouTube when you get older. We all have insecurities and we're all afraid that someone's going to say something negative to us. But listen, I've heard worse things at work. So, take it for what it is. Don't give up on your dreams. I've always wanted to do this. I actually went to school for this. Why not? Keep going. So, I love it. And even if I never make, what I call salary level money, at least this is a creative outlet. I enjoy what I do. I just love it all. Like my favorite thing is to make graphics. That's my absolute favorite thing. I used to love to edit, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't love it as much as I used to. And now we're doing the live thing, which actually I went to school for. I was supposed to work for CBS. I don't know if I made the right choice. So when I got out of video school. So I got my associates in video production and got a job offer with CBS from a client. And he said, you're pretty much going to have to quit your dreams on film school, which would have been my 4-year degree. because it's like you take it now or leave it. So I chose to leave it. I would have to get up 3 in the morning to be at work at 4 in the morning, and I don't think that was a good fit. Now, granted, even though you know, I don't know, my gut just said it wasn't a good fit for me. So when I got out of college, 3 years later, that job wasn't there, and we were in a really bad recession. So then I got another offer. I'm sure I could say this now, by Animal Planet, again because of my YouTube channel, and I turned that down too. Honestly, low key, I do regret that. And then I got another offer that I can't disclose last year, but I had to move to California. Again, I'm not sure if that was the right choice, but you know what? That one thing I can say, when you know something's good, you're going to say yes. Because I didn't want to leave my family from New York. Like I said, there's a lot going on. Still, I can't quite leave yet. And I'm like, I can't leave my family. So if something's meant to be, you'll find you. Or if that company's watching now, I would love to work remotely and go to California when it's necessary. I don't want to leave my family behind. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm much more mature in the area of I could tell people to respectfully F off. When you have what I call dreams, you have to live in the land of Delulu, but you have to believe your insanity, right? And if you don't have dreamers around you, they will cause you to question yourself and your self-worth. I have proven a gazillion times that if I really want something, it happens. Anybody knows my Jackson family journey, it is a freaking amazing. And back then, you're never going to meet them, this, that, and the third. Go check out that Jackson family channel. I love the Jackson family. Everything and more came true because I never gave up, and I never had to stalk them, and I never had to be a group because I have to throw that out there because some people think I did stuff to get there. No, I was myself. I'm very, very, very organic in that way. And I'm one of those people that I stay in my lane. I don't ever think like, oh, I'm good with them now. No, it's a family I really, really admire. I didn't like how they did Michael Jackson, how they tried to say things about him but had no proof. And I just wanted to stand up for the family because they all got affected by what happened with Michael. And I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But unfortunately, I don't think I can make a career out of that. And so if I had to be honest, my baby of all, so I do have a favorite of all my channels. It is the vegan channel. But Gadget Trish is where it all started. And I do have a love for gadgets and comics and all that stuff too. So, those are my favorite children. Don't tell the other children. And then I have the Mirrors of My Mind, which initially was like a channel about everything that I'm going through, like dealing with grief and stuff. But I'll be honest, it was depressing me. So we're going to pivot a little bit on that channel, but I hope to be back soon on that one as well. But, I say all that, just do what you want to do. Don't let nobody put any negative stuff in your freaking energy. And even if you don't, quote unquote, make it to your goals, the journey is epic. I am probably the brokest YouTuber that's been out for 15 years now, but at least I can say the journey has been epic. I've been in spaces I never thought I would be. And like I said, you get older, you do get better at finding your own voice. And sometimes you find your people. And I'm slowly finding my people. That's awesome. Glad you returned to the platform and it's inspiring to see you go. Thank you. I love it. I mean, people say your 30s is old, so it's just like whatever. Child, I'm way older than 30. Like when I graduated college, I was in my 30s. But again, I graduated college 15 years ago. So it is what it is. You know what I don't like? The whole ageism thing, and it's just something that comes with youth and the ignorance of youth. And I get it. I was young, I don't think I really did the ageism thing too much. Like I had a friend that was significantly older than me, but he was mad cool. And I do have a couple of friends that can pass for my parents. And I also have friends that can pass for my children. But like the whole boomer movement and everybody was calling boomers. Shout out to anybody that is in the boomer age group and they are on this platform or any platform. I really feel like the best version of you happens around 40s and up. That just my personal experience and just looking at certain people's success records for people that are entrepreneurs. Your maturity level's different. Now, in the world of social media, the ones that are crushing it are usually much younger, 20s and 30s, but they burn out and some of them don't know who they are or they let this stuff shape them too much. There is no what's better, 20s versus 30s or 30s versus 40s or whatever. Get into the space when you want to get in the space, when you're comfortable, when you think you can handle it. I wish I was more laser focused when I got out of college. I think that would have been a great time period in general. I was much more disciplined back then because I just got out of college. But like I said, I let people's crap get into my head and the rest is history. And then, I fell in love with a beautiful, beautiful man. And that became part of my life too. And, then a lot of bad stuff happened. And now I'm just trying to figure out how to navigate through that. So there was just, and now looking back, maybe it is better I got into this space, right? Because now I get to like focus more on me and it works. Yeah, I do too. I to this day I do too. I got some awesome older women in my life and they're extremely successful. And it's just awesome to have people, mentors and stuff around. It's cool. But getting back to our awesome short presentation. That's pretty much it for fines. And then we are going to watch this on a separate device. Let me see. Yes, oh my gosh, I won't be done until 7 in the morning. This is going to be a record, y'all. This is my latest live ever. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. And like I said, if y'all want me to come 3, 4 in the morning, I could. It's probably better for my sleep pattern. I could just come straight to work, go to sleep, and then wake back up. But honestly, I probably will just stick to the real schedule because I really should be in the gym. I know I'm not going to make my goal by September 13th. My goal was to be 135 pounds. That didn't happen. But at least I'm smaller. Yay. And I want to get it off properly and I don't want to yo-yo. And plus, when you're older and you lose weight too fast, like sometimes the skin doesn't match. So I was just like, let me just take my time. As long as I can get in my clothes and the doctor's like, hey, keep up the good work, we're good. All right, so we're going to watch this on a separate device. I didn't mention how you can go about this. You could stream this through the HBO Max web streaming service, or you can buy season 1 on Amazon Prime for $20. Depends how you want to go about this. I chose to just have HBO Max for the next 2 months, wait for my Disney Plus stuff to run out, and then get that bundle. Because I believe our next watch party is going to be Cobra Kai with Tori from Invincible Jacksons. And we're doing Cobra Kai for the rest of the year all the way until February after we do Peacemaker. However, though, if more DC people want to do more things, maybe watch James Gunn movies, this, that, and the third, we could do that as well. Maybe do like a James Gunn Saturday. Just let me know what you want to see on the channel. Like I said, I'm new to this space, and especially in DC, I'm 100% a normie. At least in Marvel, I have some experience of some of the characters, but DC, I got y'all in the chat. That's what and I'm good at retaining information, but I don't know nothing about DC. And since DC had such a good win with Superman, there's like a resurgence of excitement for the DC IP. myself included. So, let's see how this goes. Why not see how a real normie sees this? I know it's a lot more edgier than Superman, so that's going to be interesting. But let me just cue up a couple of things, change a couple of graphics out. Let me see how I kind of wish this could be set up more like how we had this in college. Maybe I need a switchboard. So I was like, Lord, here we go. So we have our awesome eagle. Fly like an eagle. Here we go. That's everything. And one more thing, and we should be good to go. Where are we? Where is it? Yeah, okay. The watch on a separate device. Yeah, I haven't seen Suicide Squad. I have not seen Suicide Squad, but I have HBO now. You know what? We're going to have 3 votes for Saturday's movie. Are we going to watch Suicide Squad, Superman, or should we watch Sinners? We will definitely have a poll. I'll work on this after this live. Because I said, wait, I have HBO. I can see whatever I want now. Yeah, I'm rich. I'm rich. There we go. So we have a timestamp. We have to watch on separate devices because YouTube does not allow us to share copyright stuff on the screen. So what I did to make sure there's no lag, I made sure I downloaded the device. Download episodes 1 and 2 so it goes a little bit more smoothly. And that's about it. I should have got water. I'll get that in a second. But if you want to see the okay, definition Harley Quinn. Okay, so we definitely need to. Yeah, I got a lot to catch up on. All right, we gotta do Suicide Squad. I don't know if you guys saw me for the Superman freaking. We had Superman week that became Superman weeks because y'all were saying watch this, but they were good picks. So, all right, looks like we have to do some diving with some. My gut's saying we should do DC movies on Saturdays and do Peacemaker on Thursdays. Because I have no idea what's going on, like literally. I'll get back to you on that for real. I'll do a vote first, but I'm like, even based after the votes, I think I want to do a little backtracking. Also, the Suicide Squad puts more story on the Peacemaker, but it's up to you. No, I'm going to trust you guys. You guys have not steered me wrong, especially coming from a normie perspective. It's like I have no problem catching up, especially since I now have HBO. If I'm paying $16.99 a month, I want to get my money's worth. So, yeah, for sure. We got a lot of catching up to do. All right. Yo, I'm so mad I don't have water in here. Boo. All right. And I don't even have a commercial queued up. All right, we're going to press start. I'm going to grab water super, super quick. But let me just get everything set up. So we're going to press start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How's it previously? What the? What the? How could this be previous? This is a new episode. What the? Okay. Be back in 5 seconds. Do. Ugh, cause I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am. Oh, that Suicide Squad. Got you. I was like, what the? A janitor who went to MIT. I ain't even mad. This is like one of my favorite cups. Of course, I had to get crypto. I'm a dog lover. Oh, okay. Booty cheeks. Amanda Waller is a straight boss and has the okay, it has perfect actor. Oh no. Oh my gosh. It's not even 5 minutes, and I'm all. And this is definitely giving me the boys' energy. They look like they didn't care about him escaping. Exactly. They were like, whatever. Crazy. Right? I'm done. What the hell? Oh, the girl from Orange is the New Black, and she was also in Minecraft, which I forgot. I did see that movie as well. Chicken jockey, what's up with this dance? I'm going to go to work today dancing like this. What is going on? You can't make this up. I am done for life. And oh wow. Wow, wow. Oh my God, what the hell? A whole new world. Oh no, whenever someone has a game plan, it's not gonna go out the way they thought. What's that saying? Make a plan and God will laugh at it. Look at his face. He's aggy. This is so ridiculous. Oh, this is going to be a fun watch party. I see certain colors are very prominent in the in in the whatchamacallit, the scenes, like some of the thumbnails I've seen for this are very prominent in this series. It's really cool. It's the little details, which this is my second James Gunn anything. I'm starting to see that James has a really good eye for certain things. Good music choices, comedy beats, colors. This is his home? Dang, bro, I thought I had it tough. Yeah, it really is. He's definitely a gifted director. I was very impressed with his casting of Superman. Legacy, like really impressed. I'm like, this guy. I hope though the corporation doesn't try to change him. Like I think he's good because he gets to cook. You let someone cook, it'll get done right. Oh, shut up. Really? Nice Easter egg. Thanks. Yeah, please be quiet. Sit down, girl. Mm. That must be the eagle. An upside down American flag? What the hell? This is like not even a full episode, and I'm like, this is freaking good. I think that's such a flex when you're new. No one knows what the heck you are, and you're just like, you hook people in. Everyone thinks he's a villain. What? Such an awesome dad. Oh, what? Your dad is a jerk. I wanna fly like an eagle. That's so racist. Oh my God. Mm. This freaking eagle. Yeah. What the? Mm. No, wow. Mm. Mm-mm. So his dad is a KKK member, and half his squad is. Wait, I'm weak. This guy is so inappropriate. What the hell? Wow. Oh no. This may be John Cena's best role for acting I've seen. This might be my first. Oh my gosh, what is he gonna do when he finds out she's married? Well, I don't know. What is in the eagle's beak? Mm. Oi, oh, oh. Mm-mm. Mm. Yeah, this is different. That's for sure. Amanda and her daughter are nowhere. Wait, Amanda and her daughter nowhere I like. Yeah, like really. I can't remember what show I seen Viola Davis in, but it was a good one. Wasn't Scandal, but it was something Let me look her up. It's like an ABC show. Viola Davis. I think she was a lawyer. Lawyer show. How to Get Away with Murder. Yes. It took me a second. Yeah, I thought I had some thoughts too, but the series grew on me as the show went on. Well, coming from Superman, this is super shocking. This is, like I said, it's giving me very boys energy. The boys energy from Amazon. Edgy. I'll be honest, more realistic. Oh, what the? What the? Oh, what the hell? Oh my gosh. What is she? Mm. What the hell? Oh. Mm. Mm. This is not for the kids, that's for sure. This chick is crazy. What's crazy is when I went to the Suicide Squad in cinema, kids were there. Unfortunately, these kids are real different. I'm terrified of the future of this of the kids that will be older. I was like, yo. Oh, Daddy's helmet came through. Where's his car though? Oh, that is his car. It's just really messed up. Holy. Right? Listen, James knows what he's doing. He needs to get you hooked. He needs to get you invested. What the hell? I cannot believe I'm already. I'm not sure if I need to go back to bed after this live. What? All right, we're going to go straight into episode 2. Let me just pause it for 1 second just so I can reset the stopwatch. Clear. All right, and let me just change this out real quick. Episode 2. All right. Everyone, just press start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? I was like, what the? Oh, that's what those are. All right, y'all. Let's see if I can pick up on the intro a little bit. This is so crazy. What is in the head of James Gunn? The text is so I think it's Led Zeppelin. Right? What's that group? Led. I used to have a best friend in junior high. She was so big into rock. Text. Is it Led Zeppelin? Let me see something. Not quite, but I'm sure that it's from an 80s group, that type of text. You said the dance not done? I wonder if they have it on YouTube. That could be my workout for the day. The band is called Wigwam. All right, let's look that up. Wigwam. Peacemaker. Never Say Die. Peacemaker song. Wigwam. He is so dumb. I can't. Mm. What the hell? This guy is something else. This guy is something else. Oh my gosh. They don't know who he is. What is going on between these two? What the heck? Right? This girl's funny. I'm weak. Uh, mm. Oh. Mm. Oh, 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 oh. Mm. Wow. Oh, this guy is such a jerk. Right? The dad's a mess. Mm. He don't match up to his dad, so there's that. Yeah. This guy is this guy. Who the hell? Oh, he must be that guy from the restaurant. Heck yeah. Who was excited that he was back. Heck yeah. You could tell by the voice. This show is the worst. I mean, like Right? I'm like, what the? Yes. I can't. Why do they keep pointing to the dad? The fact that he has a black cop arresting it is crazy in itself. The dad just went to jail just because it was his destiny. Okay. Look, I'm here for poetic justice. What is Amber the freaking wife? Is this the guy's wife? Who's the who's the guy with the, oh wow. Oh yeah, that's the comic book name, The White Dragon. Hmm. Well, F1 and 2 was straight weird, right? What the? This is really different. All right. I'm officially done. Let me just close this out. What? Hold on, hold on. It went straight into episode 3. Don't do that. All right. We got fresh KKK racism. um, a bisexual. What do they call? He's definitely an anti-hero. He is not a hero. This guy's nuts. Um, Let me just turn all this stuff off. What the hell? Hide your kids, hide your wife. Not kid friendly, that's for sure. And hide your wife. I think that's who he was having sex with, this guy's wife. Um, Whoa. It's definitely edgy. It's different. Like I said, it's giving me very boys energy. Expect the unexpected, very morally oh god, very immorally bankrupt. It's just weird. It's different. But I'm hooked. But I'm shocked. This guy's different in many ways. He you could tell he wants to be a good guy, but he definitely thinks with his penis, which is this probably gonna get him in trouble. I could see this being an issue. Like, you literally got out of prison, hooked up with a butterfly, almost got killed, and now, like, pretty much the next day you smashing. It looks like that guy's wife. What the hell? And the mysterious guy that we know is from the freaking diner. That is nuts. Yeah, very. It's worse than I remember. I'm not watching 1 and 2 again. Well, I was like, what the? But I'm intrigued. I want to see how this turns out. Like I said, I only know Peacemaker from Superman, and from what the other people were saying, technically Peacemaker is not supposed to be part of Superman, but I'm sure they're going to find a way to make it work, because James Gunn did say it is very connected. But it's interesting. Pretty much everything has been rebooted. So yeah. I'm definitely sure it would get better. It's very edgy. I think the racism is not what I was expecting, even though we got a warning from the TikToker in the beginning of this post, but it's still like, ugh, that kind of stuff always irks me, but it is what it is. Hopefully Peacemaker will, I mean, he wasn't being, well, he's not exactly a racist per se, but he needs to work on his vocabulary, how he address women. I'm sure there's going to be some issues with Black people sooner or later, but his dad completely is a jerk. And according to this thing, he's the White Dragon. They knew who he was. I'm surprised though his dad's not putting up more of a fight. He knows he didn't murder anybody. What the hell? And what I find different about this particular first 2 episodes, there seems to be consequences for actions. Like, I wasn't expecting the cops to even try to get Peacemaker, but here we are. Like, how many times have we watched a Marvel show or movie? Things are going on, including murder, and no one's arresting them. Is it okay because we know who they are? Is it more of an issue because Peacemaker's a vigilante? I don't know. It's only 2 episodes, but I'm all in. This is pretty much a more mature version of Peacemaker. It gets better. Oh, thank you. That's good to know. I was like, dang. But yeah, I actually wanted to share my screen, get some Easter eggs. I'm honestly I'm going to bed right after this live. I did fall asleep at least twice, and I said, oh, there's no way I could do another watch party. Plus, I have something to do today, and I'm going to fall asleep. So I said, we are going to bed right after this. Right. So let's hear a couple of things from Screen Crush about Easter eggs. Well, I'm not going to do episode 3, so we'll hear some of this.
Big spoilers for Peacemaker's first 3 episodes are ahead.
What am I fighting the moth right now? I am.
Welcome to Screen Crush. I'm Ryan Airy, and this is all of the Easter eggs, references, and
damn 69.
First 3 episodes of Peacemaker. I am loving this show so far, and not just for the action and the great James Gunn dialogue.
I refuse to believe that. And I refuse to believe that Pepe the Frog 89 is lying to me for no reason.
I'm also loving the character of Peacemaker. I love that he thinks he has to act like his a-hole racist dad, but instead he's discovering that he is his own man. a sensitive man, the kind of man who will bone you and then wants to karaoke to the queer boys into a dildo. We pick up in the hospital where we last saw him in the Suicide Squad post-credit scene, and where he talks to a janitor who's kind of a reverse Goodwill Hunting.
Well, why do you think I'm mopping floors, bro? I went to MIT. I don't like the responsibility.
And they have a conversation about how much he hates Aquaman.
Aquaman, he's famous.
Aquaman.
No, man.
Even in the DCEU, when Aquaman looks like this, and beautiful Swedish women sing of him reverently, even then, he's still a joke. Among his personal effects, we see a postcard from Cordo Maltese where the Suicide Squad was set. And look, I lost a bet. So I have to include this Easter egg from heavy spoilers.
Hello, Ryan. It is I, the British counterpart to Peacemaker, Piss Taker. Because I take peace from people. I take the peace. Do you see what I'm saying? I've got an Easter egg for you, and you're absolutely gonna love it, you twat. Now, through the episode, we get several references to the Cordo Maltese, the fictional island where most of Suicide Squad took place at. However, did you know that it's actually based on a comic book adventure storyline of the same name created by Italian writer Hugo Pratt? You prat. Well, you didn't, so you better keep listening. Now, when crafting The Dark Knight Returns, legendary comic book creator Frank Miller ended up calling an island this, and it was the site of a nuclear explosion that Superman intervened at. The island was also referenced in Batman 89 when we discovered that Vicky Vale had been working there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the Easter eggs. Thanks for having me on the channel, and I hope I didn't take the piss too much. Go in piss, you bastards. Go in piss.
God, I hate it. When Etta and her wife move into their hotel room, they have a conversation about the James Bond movie Octopussy.
What is an octopussy anyway? That's who Maud Adams played in the movie.
And this is laying the groundwork for an Easter egg that I'll get to later on. I love that Etta likes to dress up her dogs in little outfits.
I do not like that. Dressing up your dog is demeaning. Dogs should only wear outfits that they choose to wear themselves. For instance, today I am a little bear.
Thanks, Doug. That's a really good point.
At Wells Fargo, we get it. Ella started her business because she loves facades.
I loved his lawn decorations, including this Elvis squirrel and the militarized lawn gnome, which you can actually buy on Etsy, and I plan to, if I ever get a yard to put them in. Peacemaker's trailer is filled with cool, tiny touches and Easter eggs. First of all, he's the kind of guy who makes his home a literal tribute to America. Inside his trailer, we see lots of cassette tape holders and 8-track holders. Kids, this was a device that played music before cassettes. You can even see a few of these 8-tracks on the floor. And his house number is 1138, a reference to George Lucas's first film, THX 1138, and an Easter egg that's been in several movies since then, especially in Star Wars.
Prisoner transfer from cell block 1138.
There's also a display of superhero action figures and air hockey displayed on his wall. This all makes me think that this guy picked this design in like 1983 and he said, that's it, I'm not going any further. He even has a poster from the NRA showing that he's a major liberal who supports New Deal era organizations.
No, this is a different...
I know, it's a joke. There's also a DC Easter egg in the house here with the villain Eclipso on his dartboard. James Gunn and John Cena do a great job here of making Peacemaker likable by showing that he really didn't want to kill Rick Flag in the Suicide Squad.
You killed Rick Flag. Flag was right. Peacemaker. What a joke.
When he gets his assignment, he name drops Project Starfish, the mission from Suicide Squad. And he says,
As I recall, you guys aren't particularly creative with case file names. Project Starfish was a giant walking starfish.
And as we see in episode 3, the bad guys really are butterflies. He also talks about fighting Mothra, one of the monsters from the Godzilla series, who was often critical of the works of Robert Frost.
Every poem is the same.
All right, so that gives you an idea. Definitely watch the rest. Plus, I'm legitimately falling asleep. I'm like, if I want to get to work on time, I really need to take a major power nap, like now. Oh, God, what a day. So, I really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I'm actually glad I did 2 at a time. I was going to do 1, but I feel like 2 works a little bit better. I do my best not to fall asleep, but no promises. This is pretty much a more mature version of Peacemaker Gets Better. Oh, my bad, I read it already. The Suicide Squad may answer your questions. Yeah, I guess the copy some of his immaturity from his dad, so his dad could love him, maybe. That is true. And yeah, thank you. I need to get some rest so we could do one later on tonight. But I'm all in. Thank you guys for voting for me to do a watch party with you, Peacemaker. Sometimes you wouldn't do something unless you're around other people, you know, that have seen things you haven't. So that's pretty much a good intro to this. And I will definitely watch more Easter egg videos later on today. But what I could do is maybe when we see episodes 3 and 4, check out a couple of more Easter eggs. Don't know when I'm coming back tonight. Just depends on how I feel. If I'm super, super, super tired, then we'll just do a super late live again. But peace out, y'all. And as always, I learned my lesson. Thanks for watching, which does mean it's the end. And I'll see you all later on today. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but is it Sanov? Sanov? Thank you, Sanov, for being here the whole night. You're the best, Sanov. I suck at this. Bye.